The Big Show with Night and Day. Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hodaki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Thursday afternoon. It's the 9th of May, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Mogi, you stallion, how's life?
Going pretty grassy, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Just a joy to be here, man. Still alive.
Yeah, so good, eh?
Huge night last night, and we'll be getting into that shortly.
Yeah, certainly,
Or later.
Casey. Yeah, you're looking a bit green around the gills there, mate. What's going on?
What does that even mean?
Means
you
you
got crook, man.
Yeah, you look a bit crook.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel great.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I feel really good today. I don't know why.
Right.
I slept like a baby as well, Jace. Whereas you had a terrible sleep, eh?
Well, you were saying actually that your wife's away for a week, so it's just bachelor times for old Keezy.
Yeah, I was saying
You've
that,
just
yeah.
been filling your boots.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Keezy's sick lid, brother?
Yeah, it's a really sick lid you're running. What was the thought behind that?
I just went to the hairdresser and asked for the same lid that I've been getting for the last 5 or so years.
Looks
Yeah.
good, man. Seriously, looks really good.
Don't say seriously. Saying seriously
Keezy,
has lost
I'm
its
just saying,
meaning.
it looks really good.
Okay, thanks, Jace.
Hey, now listen, it was the comedy show last night. We'll be getting into that a little bit later on. We'll
eh?
be speaking to Brendan Lovegrove, who was the MC of that gig. Also, I've got a band coming in today,
Daily
J, with a new single, so that's pretty exciting. Also, your opportunity to win some cash with Wage Against the Machine.
Yes, and don't forget, keep an ear out for the 25k fiddler, which might be playing at any point. If you hear a song with some fiddle mixed into it, call us on 0800 Hodaki and you could win $1,000.
Beautiful. In the meantime, here's the Mint Chicks.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Pink Floyd there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. So, fellas, the gig last night, the comedy gig, is done and dusted. That wet nappy hanging over our head has been removed. I thought overall a pretty good effort from the fellas. Your
Yeah?
thoughts? Yeah.
I mean, I was... The weird thing was, last year when I was forced to do it, I was just freaking out on my own. But then I got up there, did it, and it was sweet. This time, I freaked out, got up there, it was sweet, and then came off stage, then freaked out again because I then had to watch you guys do it.
Yeah.
And we've been talking off air a lot about how I've done a week. I've got a few general ideas of what I'm going to do, which that freaks me out because I needed to have everything exactly how I was going to do it. So
Yeah.
it was the most nervous I'd been.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was nerve-wracking, particularly because we were at the start of the second half of the show, and the first half was it was a weird energy in the room. And I think, and what we were hoping, Jason, I spoke to you at halftime, I was like, oh man, we're either in deep, deep shit here,
Yes.
or this crowd is here to see us.
Yeah.
And maybe this crowd is acting this way because it's like when you go to a gig and you want to see the main event, but you've got to sit through the opening band that you don't care about. That might have been what it was.
Sure.
And we were kind of hoping that's what it was, and it turned out that that's what it was.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that until Keezy walked out and just got an absolutely thunderous... What did it like immediately? I was like, "Oh, thank God!"
Yeah.
It was ridiculous the amount of applause. Like,
Totally.
Yeah.
The welcomes was it was
We,
pretty cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah, I certainly punched through the darts yesterday, that's for sure. It's been the break there. Because it's been a long time since I've been to a stand-up gig. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of going to watch stand-up comedy, and I never have been, even when I was doing stand-up comedy. So, yeah, that first half was like, whoa, okie dokie. But, we got through it.
So what happened is the first half finished, and there were three really good comedians. You had
Very
Brendhan,
good.
He Huang, Iman, who was very funny, and then Tony Lyle from here on Hodaki. So they were all really polished and really
Yeah.
good. And the response from the room wasn't what I thought it was going to be, which caught me off massively. And I was like, okay, shit, I'm on first. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, this is going to be sweet. Okay. And then we went and did wheeze.
Yeah.
20 people said, good luck, Keezy, like that.
It was actually like that. People were like, oh, jeez. Like,
Yeah.
everybody felt that crowd, and they're like, hey, based on that, I don't like your chances.
Yeah, yes.
Mean.
Good luck, man. And then we went up. We were all sitting in the green room behind, which is where you sit before you go on stage. Tiny little crappy little room.
Yeah.
And all three of us were just sitting up there freaking out.
Yeah, there'll be some good footage that comes out from Pugson of us looking like we're about to step onto the gallows. And be hung.
What was amazing for me, fellas, because I did so many gigs back in the day at the Classic, obviously, and the green room hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as it was 20 years ago, and probably the same couches as well.
Which is even more
It's an
intimidating.
absolute cesspit, let's be honest.
But that's more intimidating because you walk into the front of the Classic, there's photos of all the comedians that have been there, and some of them are like bloody successful over in UK now, and cool, Keezy's done some radio, he's going to get up on stage with these people, is he?
Yeah. Because there is that element too, that you always worry about, like with proper comedians, as they say, and then you got these sort of
wannabes,
infiltrators, a lot of resentment sort of there.
Yeah.
But the rest of the comedians, I don't think really cared.
No, they didn't give a shit.
In fact, they left, I think.
They were just like, your guys' audience is weird.
Yeah.
But shout out to everyone that did come along. It was excellent.
It was excellent.
And get along to the comedy festival if you can. There's plenty of good stuff on.
And actually, Brendan Lovegrove, who emceed the event, he's going to be on just after 5 o'clock with a bit of a review of how we went.
Good stuff, mate. He's Rage Against the Machine.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Def Leppard there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. The time is 26 minutes past 4 o'clock.
So for those of you that couldn't make it to the gig last night, which is about 4 million people, 5 million.
You mean of our listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're up to 8 mil now, fellas, actually, just quietly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Justified, though. We have a few snippets. If you want to hear sort of the vibe of how it was in the room, you'll be able to gauge a lot of how it all went based on these clips. We'll start with Jace. I think this is, Jace, how you introduced your set?
Yes, probably. Yeah. My name's Hoodie J, by the way, for those of you that don't know me. Well, my name's actually not Hoodie J, actually. It's Jason Hoyt. I hate all that social media bullshit, Hashtag Hoodie J. Sure, I've got 176,422 followers. I don't give a about that.
I like the double hashtag as well.
Yeah, hashtag.
So that was Hoodie J opening up his set. I think this might be me. And you'll notice something in common with the clip I'm about to play and the one of Mogi's we're about to play as well.
When you're 32, recently married, there's one question that you're asked more than any other question in the world. When you're having kids. This is a highly relatable question, I'm hoping. Jace, can you shut up? Jesus.
Just Jace giggling.
I was standing next to Jace there, and then, you saying that you hoped it's highly relatable. I'm hoping.
It was a funny gag.
Thanks, Jace.
I was just supporting you, man.
No, I know, but what happened is when I did my solo one, I was thrown off the whole way through it by you laughing louder than everyone else.
Dying.
And so you needed to shut up. Anyway, here's a wee clip of Mogi starting his set as well.
How you guys going? I've decided this evening I was going to do absolutely zero prep, which Keezy is thrilled about. He's hoping this goes terribly for me, and I've got a feeling it probably will. But I'm going to start with a little bit of crowd work. But I'm pretty chuffed to see Shut the up, Jace.
Once again, I was supporting you, Mogi.
Did you chuck a woo in there? Is that what it was? I
Yes,
couldn't remember
I
what
think
it was.
I can't actually remember. It was something like wooing, as in crowd work.
So, but I mean, look, that's just how it started. I appreciate you, Jay. As soon as I told you to shut up, you went into the green room.
Yeah, I did. I had another durry.
How many did you have backstage?
No, actually, the one annoying thing about actually the backstage, obviously you can't smoke, so you have to, and then you don't want to be innocent, because after we'd all done our sets, we wanted to go and have a durry, didn't we, Mogi?
We did.
But we didn't want to walk through the crowd like a-holes and just interrupt. The other comedian was very good, Jeremy Elwood, by the way.
Oh, he was great.
I mean, in all honesty, in terms of that night, he had the hardest job of all, I reckon.
He did.
Following up after the big show, not that because we rocked or anything, but because everyone was there to see the big show pretty much, and he had to come on and then do his 20 minutes.
Yes.
He did very well.
And he did great.
Yeah, well, he's an experienced chap.
He
and
is.
Make sure the Comedy Festival is going for the rest of the month. So head to comedyfestival.co.nz, pick a show, any show, who cares, go and see them, because there's a lot of great comedic talent in New Zealand.
Hey, listen, should we give some cash away next, fellas?
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Yep. Lawrence, you mad bastard. How's life?
Good, mate. Good. How are we?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. Good. You had a good day there, Lawrence?
Yeah. Could get better.
Yeah,
Could
good,
get
mate.
better.
Be positive. It will get better. Now, listen, the wage today, $110 an hour.
Oh, what a good number, mate.
Yeah, good
that's,
number.
That's good eating, Lawrence. Just quickly, mate, what do you do for a crust?
A drop-off car park.
Ah, backbone. Backbone.
So good, Lawrence. You know how the game works?
Yep, I do.
Cool. So how it works is we announce the hourly wage. It's $110 an hour. You'll then clock into the machine and say stop before the machine clocks you out, all right?
Yep. No
So now
worries.
you know.
All right, Lawrence, come on, mate. Do us proud here.
Come on, Lawrence.
Let's drop you into the machine, see how you go.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
Stop.
Oh, very good, Lawrence. $440.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's all thanks to our mates at Super Liquor, of course. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, all right?
Yeah.
It's, you know, I remember back in the day, Mogi, when I was a young buck, $440 was like a fortune.
It was a lot of money,
It was
wasn't
a
it?
fortune. Let's see where it would have ended up here,
2
Lawrence.
hours. 3 hours.
Oh,
4 hours. 5 hours.
yeah.
5.
6 hours.
Oh, wow.
6 hours.
I reckon you got it perfect, actually, Lawrence. I reckon you got it perfect.
I'm happy with that.
Good
Bloody
on you, mate. Well, I'll
beautiful.
tell you what I'll do. I'll throw you over to old Pakistan in Studio B, and he'll sort out all the details for you, all right, Matt?
That's a good one, Lawrence. Tomorrow you get to
Beauty,
go.
mate.
You walk in there, you chuck your boss the keys to your van there, and you tell him to drop off his own goddamn parts because you, my friend, are rich.
Oh, mate. Thank you guys very much. I've been trying all week.
Good on you,
Good on
man.
you, Lawrence.
Thanks for listening, brother.
Actually, Jace, just quickly, do what Hodaki told you. You know, because of the thing winning in the game of.
What are you talking about, Keith?
I don't know, just vibing, man. Thanks to Super Liquor for giving us all that cash, by the way. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m.
Is this band allowed to be called this, Keezy?
Whitetown.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Good rearview mirror there, Pearl Jam on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now, a lot going on after 5 o'clock. We're going to speak to Brendhan Lovegrove, who was the MC of the gig last night.
Yeah.
Also, we've got the boys from Daily J.
Oh, yeah.
The band.
They're coming to
in.
debut a brand new tune.
Yeah, good stuff.
Debit.
And a major announcement for the big show.
Oh, is it breaking news?
It's breaking news.
This
Oh, my
is
God.
breaking news.
Well, not now, obviously.
What is
Geezy.
it?
It's after 5. I'm going to do the breaking news.
The breaking news is we've got some breaking news after 5.
This is breaking news.
And the other breaking news is I'm probably going to go and get some sushi before 5 o'clock.
You just
so I
had
can
Peter
get it
Pit.
at half price. Pardon me?
You just had Peter Pit.
Can I get some breaking news?
This is
Yes, I
breaking
did
news.
just have some Peter Pit, but that's none of your business. That's neither here nor there.
Right, I'm just saying. Just saying, man.
Oh, can I have some breaking news, actually?
This is breaking news.
Mike and Jace are having a tiff.
Just
What?
This is breaking news.
Suddenly, Hoodie J and Mogi turn on Keezy.
This
Just
is
on the breaking news.
Don't talk over the top.
Just on the breaking news front, by the way, I just had a butter chicken pie, so I mean, I'm not judging you or anything.
Actually,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got some.
This is breaking news.
Who puts tomato sauce on a butter chicken pie?
This is breaking news.
I do.
Oh,
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
G'day, you mad bastards. Hope your Thursday's going along very nicely. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night
Oh,
Wow.
God.
For a moment there, that was pure poetry.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
It was great, and then Mogi ruined it.
Yeah. Hey, now listen, we've got a big hour ahead. Coming up next, by the way, we're going to be speaking to the MC of last night's gig, Brendhan Lovegrove. Also, the fellas from Daily J. The band are going to be talking about their new album.
Yeah, their new single that they're going to be debuting today for the first time.
But right now...
Oh, hell.
This is breaking news.
Very exciting news. The Big Show...
Is it breaking news?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is breaking news.
Very exciting news. This... The Big Show, fellas,
Yeah.
due to public demand, is on the road again.
Oh, but Jace, are we going somewhere we've been before?
No.
What about somewhere we've been before?
Well, you might have been there before, but not as the Big Show.
Right. Is it
yeah.
somewhere that... Is it somewhere in the North Island?
No.
Is it somewhere else?
Yes.
Where is it?
Dunedin!
Yeah. Now, of course, straight away you think to yourself, oh, God, what have we gotten ourselves in for?
Yes.
Is that about right?
Yes.
Now, I should hear the rest of the details in case there's a sponsor involved before I say what I want to say. Is there give us some details there, Keezy?
All right.
You mad dog.
If you are from Dunedin, then listen up.
Well, even if you're not from Dunedin.
Oh. If you're from anywhere sort of accessible, that's accessible to Dunedin. If you're from anywhere where you can access Dunedin
Yeah.
in time for the 29th of May, which is a Wednesday, we're going to hit the road and head down. We will be at Emerson's Brewery, which I hear is a big venue down in Dunedin there, so we want you all to come. Grab your mates, knock off early, join us at the brewery. It is a Dunedin institution. We will also be loaded up with heaps of Backbone t-shirts, plus plenty of chances to win Emerson's Brewery food and beverage vouchers. It's going to be epic.
I've been down to Dunedin before, fellas. I'm telling you right now, she's going to be carnage.
Now, yeah. Well, I think the most rabid one we've had before was probably in Christchurch.
Yes.
And I think Dunedin as a whole are generally pretty competitive.
Yes.
With Christchurch in particular. So it's going to be interesting to see what we walk into there.
Actually, that's a good point. We want this to be bigger than Christchurch.
Oh, yeah.
If that's possible. Because
That was pretty epic.
that was hissing. Where are we going again, Jace?
Dunedin. So good. Hey, coming up next, the one and only Brendhan Lovegrove, the MC of last night's comedy gig. Great stuff.
Giggity.
That's after some Sublime.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The exponents there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Now, as we've already discussed previously in the show, it was the Comedy All-Stars last night at the Classic Comedy and Bar. Myself, Keezy and Mogi did 5 minutes each on the stand-up scene there. What a night it was, too. And the MC for the night was the one and only Brendhan Lovegrove, also coincidentally a great mate of mine over, well, it must be 20-odd years, Brendhan Lovegrove. How are you going, you mad bastard?
It's 45 years.
Well, how does that work, Jace? Hang on.
Brendhan, look, you had a big night last night. I think you just got your numbers wrong, all
It's
right?
45 years. I was 8. You're 9. You're 54.
No.
And I'm 53.
Brendhan.
It's 45 years.
Brendhan, you've got your dates wrong, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm angry.
Jason says he's 43 years old. Is that not accurate?
Irrelevant. And I'll tell you why I'm angry. Because you guys had an opportunity last night to really do something. You set it up with your audience. You got a big audience. You sold us out and got on stage and made bloody tits of yourselves. You know what? You've let everybody down.
Really?
The three of you've let everybody down. Yourselves, no one more than your listeners.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. I mean, you guys obviously came off thinking you'd gone great, but all the comics were going, Jesus. Yeah. And thank God you're on the radio. You should have seen how you looked.
Were the comedy festival people angry as well?
Very, very much so. But then they were angry at themselves for giving you a chance.
Yeah, well,
because you took the opportunities from young comics who work all their lives to get it on the bill.
That was the
and
good
then you
bit.
guys get up there and just suck. And let your families down, your children, your wives. and get me in to save the show today because you should be ashamed. All of you should be ashamed.
Well, you know, one of the things we were worried about, B, was the fact that we'd been given this opportunity. And as you say, there's a lot of young comics out there that want to, have an opportunity.
Yes.
And we felt very conscious of the fact that we couldn't blow it. So you're saying we did blow it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, 100%.
I've got to be honest with you, B. That's a bit of a turn-up for me because, we've all been sitting around here today thinking we went great guns.
Yeah.
But you're saying we sucked.
Oh, well, look, okay, do you want me to go through it individually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with Jace.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to start with Keezy because you went on first.
Right, okay.
I told you to lose the mo. I told you to lose it.
I thought you were taking the piss.
You went up, and even your listeners just were like, "Oh, this is awful." Can you imagine the disappointment in the listeners' eyes? I could see it because they can't see you.
Right.
And then they finally saw you. What a letdown. What an absolute physical letdown for them.
Yeah.
What about the content of what he was saying, though?
Wow. Okay. Do you want honest appraisals? Honest appraisals one by one?
Yeah.
I was only, okay, let's face it, the show went really well, right? But the audience were a little bit up for you guys because someone did a very, very good job at the top of the show, right?
Yeah, I thought she was great. What was her name again?
Brendhan Lovegrove, actually.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's okay. You're identifying me like that, and I'm not upset by it. Oh, you meant the girl who went on first?
Yeah.
She was really funny.
Yeah, what's her name again?
Her name is He Huang.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought she was really good. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to a tune, and we'll come back, and you can assess us.
Okay, right.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
So, Sarah, just quickly, 53. 54, did you say?
54, 53.
43.
Okay, good to know.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Arctic Monkeys there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. We've got the MC of last night's gig, the one and only Brendhan Lovegrove, with us in the radio. So you finally did get to the truth of it. We went pretty good,
You did go well. You did go well.
Yeah. Because you were saying you got a corporate gig tonight and you're just absolutely dreading it because you're massively hungover.
I am.
Yeah. Like 13 people and you don't even have a microphone.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's been back-to-back nights and you feel like an absolute piece.
And they're all probably listening.
Yeah, well,
Well
done.
done. Well done.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I'm gonna. No, I do have to do that. But firstly, before we talk about last night, let's collectively put your thoughts together and let's just talk about how good I was.
Oh,
You know, right at the top of the show. Right at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Then at the top of the second, boom, you would have been shitting yourself out the back going, far out, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
I
well,
genuinely was.
actually, the thing that made me feel better is like, well, if Brendhan can do it, then
Really?
we'll be sweet.
Right.
Yeah. And you did do quite well.
Well, I mean, and the thing is too, B. I mean, I probably heard them about 500 times.
Right.
So, but can I just say, bloody top notch, mate. I would say world class gear.
I tell you what, if I was
I'll take that.
if I was on a cruise ship and I heard that, I would not be disappointed.
Totally, man. Listen,
On a cruise ship. I've done cruise ships.
You know what? I tell you what, if I was out for dinner with 12 other people and somebody stood up without a microphone and started peeling off that material,
Right.
I'd be stoked.
Do you know why I like cruise ships? Because I feel safe in them because they've got the little boats on the side of the ship, so if there's an emergency, I've got a chance.
because you
Yeah.
are very anxious about flying and shit.
So why don't they put little planes on the side of planes? There you go! Just boom! Did you guys have anything like that last night?
Can I just ask, because I'm actually genuinely interested about this in
Right.
terms of what's the difference between like a cruise ship sort of gig and your stand-up comedy gig and your regular pub type scenario?
Well, one's very much on the ocean,
Yes.
and the other one's on the land.
Yeah, is that the only difference?
It's a big difference.
And
you
a buffet? They got a buffet on
and
the boat?
you do the same gig every night for like 5 nights or whatever?
Nice. I like to mix it up a little bit.
Sure.
Like you did last night with the material. I mean, okay, no, I'm going to review it last.
Well,
Well, we
we've
haven't
probably,
got much time.
to go crack in
Okay.
now.
So, Keezy, really funny. You had really good jokes. You're a lot better looking than I'm actually giving you credit for. You're a good-looking guy.
Thanks,
You
Brendhan.
asked me on the show if you should carry on doing stand-up, and the answer is yes.
Okay, great.
Because
Thank
you're
you.
obviously passionate about it. You're going to have to start from the bottom and go to the top, which you're not going to like. Then Mike Minogue, very good off the top of the dome. Very good. You had some hecklers. You had some people shouting at you, but you were very funny. You came straight back to them. A lot of natural talent, not of natural ability.
Thanks, mate. Bit of crowd work there, Keezy.
Crowd work,
It was
mate.
great crowd work,
Went out
Marky.
with no gear, and then did very well. So and then Jason Hoyt, I've got to say something nice because you are 54 and you probably don't have long to live, and say anything. Okay, very very solid. But you did your fat material, didn't you?
Yeah.
And who was fat in the joke?
My wife.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Who was there last night?
You were very funny, kind of under the pump because the boys have done very well, and you more than held your own. How's that? You're more than held your own. You're more than held your own.
Thanks, mate.
And so it was an excellent night. You boys did really well, and you should all do stand-up comedy again. And thank you for selling us out, by the way.
No worries.
No worries. Anytime, mate.
You're still doing the classic shows at present?
Tonight, Friday and Saturday, yes.
That's right. So if you want to go along and see, it's the Comedy Classic All-Stars, go to the Comedy Festival, comedyfestival.co.nz to get some tickets.
But if you are going to come, probably don't come tonight because I feel like a dog was walking down the road, then it did a poo, and there I am. Like, just that's how I feel. I feel like a pig shat in my head.
Oh, great line. Hey, Brendan Lovegrove, good on you, mate. Thanks, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Everclear there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Actually, Everclear there. It's quite hard to say, Mogi.
Is it?
Everclear there.
Everclear there.
Everclear there.
I mean, I didn't stuff it up.
No.
I mean, but I could have stuffed it up.
I thought you did a great job,
Yeah,
man.
thanks, man. Speaking of a great job, we've got the fellas from the band Daily J in with us. G'day, fellas. How you going?
G'day. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. So what's going on, fellas? What's happening?
Yeah, we just put out a new song today. So
Oh, exciting.
Very exciting
come
stuff.
in here
Yeah.
bragging
Pumped.
and shit.
Yeah. Tell us about the new song then, obviously. How did it come about? What's it about? Is it good?
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah.
We think so.
Yeah.
Surely.
Banging on
yeah,
about
it's
it.
kind of about being on tour, missing home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happy yet nostalgic
Right.
vibes. So, yeah.
Summer vibes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Winter
Summer
vibes?
vibes, but we're going to winter always as
Yeah,
we
good
release
idea.
it, you know,
Yeah.
perfect.
But I've always found it's good to have summer vibes going into winter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
you're in the middle
yeah.
in the middle of winter, listening to a song with summer vibes is good.
Yeah.
Pulls you out of your massive depression.
Yeah.
Dark places.
What? Because I associate Daily J with summer vibes, like road trip music almost, you know, windows down, that sort of thing. Do you try and time your releases with nice weather, or is that something you've never thought about?
Ideally, yeah, but Auckland's pretty unpredictable. But today we got a goodie, which is
lucky.
nice. Yeah, we're usually a bit unlucky with that. Actually, usually get some pretty bad weather. So it's
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely. And you guys have got an album in the works as well. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Sure
bro.
do,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're working on it at the moment. So
How long have you been working on that for?
Yeah, how long?
been writing it for
Just
probably.
started really. Well, yeah, the production side. But
So we're doing 2 stages. We've done 3 songs at the moment we're working on, and then in July we'll do the other 6 or 7 to TBC.
Hey,
Yeah.
Right.
stop banging on the desk, mate.
Yeah.
And another question for you: what is the perfect album length? Because I've got an idea about how many songs should be on an album. Then Beyonce comes along and has 28 songs on her album.
She can afford it, mate.
Well, but do you want 28 songs on an album? To me, it's asking too much of the audience. I'm over
getting
it.
carried away, I reckon.
What do you reckon? How many songs is the perfect length?
I don't know. I'd say 12.
Whoa.
12 or 13?
12.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
10. 10's good for me.
Well, yeah, I was going to say 10 too,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
Actually.
yeah.
It's also a very nice round
It
number.
is a round number.
I was going
that's
to say,
right.
I was
yeah.
going to say 11.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have been
yeah.
right.
So,
no.
the 3 songs that you've sort of got through so far, how long did they take you to write?
One of them's still going actually.
Oh, right,
it's
okay.
up until I'm writing, recording
Never ends.
vocals, but
Right,
Yeah,
so
to be
you're...
honest, they
So,
kinda
sorry.
never doing like right up until you walk into the studios. You're always trying to perfect it. It's like you got to know when to hang out the brush, you know.
Absolutely, because if you keep tutoring with it, eventually it'll be unrecognisable. So you're writing actively heading into the studio. You don't go, right, we've got our 10 songs, let's go.
Oh, thereabouts, you know. But
It's a few tweaks.
you always, I know,
Yeah.
you're always searching for the better lyric or the better melody. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
yeah,
if you
no,
want to
really.
make some cash, you really need to bang them out, fellas.
What are you
none
talking
of the,
about?
I mean, none of the sort of polishing and sort of making sure they're all perfect. Just bang them out there. Get as many out there as you can.
That's
you
what
know
we do
I'm
with our
saying?
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally, man. I mean, we're writing this. We're the same, aren't we, Mogi and
Prolific.
Keezy? I mean, we're writing
quantity.
this as we're walking into the show.
You guys are writing stuff?
Yeah, totally. All the
tweaking.
time. Hey, well, I believe it's called Happy Slides.
Yeah.
The tune. Shall we have a bit of a listen?
Yeah, this is the debut on New Zealand radio, by the way.
Oh, exciting.
Brand new from Daily J. It's called Happy Slides. Let us know what you think.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh,
man.
yeah. So good, boys. So
fellas.
good. Are you,
Thank
yeah,
you.
but do you get excited hearing your stuff? Oh, obviously you do, hearing your stuff on the radio and stuff. That's what it's all about, really, isn't it? Getting it out there.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
We don't get it too often, so it's lovely.
How do you go about getting on the radio just from the outside looking in?
Yeah, how did you guys find yourselves here today?
What do we
Talk
do
us
to
through it.
get on here?
Like, how
You guys
does it-
allowed us on.
Yeah, so do you just are you just messaging? Like, what's your PR, your plan? What do you do?
Or is Prebs out there at gigs going,
Lovely
hey, do you want to
people
come on the
from-
radio?
Lovely people from Nick Nack Media,
Yeah.
Paula and Nick. They've been
probably know them.
Awesome support for us for so
Right.
long. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And they're out there just
Surely,
hustling.
They're hustling for us.
Hustling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the sort of reception for Daily J now when you guys go out on tour and you go gigging? Is it pretty positive these days? Not that it wasn't.
Yeah, it's been awesome, eh? Last tours we've done have all sold out. So, yeah, couldn't really ask for much more at this point. I guess we'll see if we can go overseas.
And what
a bit
about
more.
in terms of, sort of expand? Are you looking to go elsewhere around the world and get your music out that way? Got any plans for tours in that regard? The States, maybe, Aussie, all that sort of jazz?
We're looking
Europe?
actually at the UK at the
Yeah,
moment.
good,
Yeah,
good.
so we're pretty much locking that in. I'm fairly certain now for
Awesome.
August. And the US is going to cost a lot, but we'll try and get there somehow.
And because obviously over in Europe, like Kiwi bands, especially the real sort of established ones like Fat Freddy's Drop, they're over there pretty much every year.
Yeah.
Are there people you can reach out to and go, right, how do we get this going for another Kiwi band, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can always try your luck with opening acts or something or I don't know,
other bands, yeah.
touring with other bands, which can be cool, but you're not making any money, so
Right.
you just got to have a lot of money, basically.
Yeah, okay. Right, so yeah, well,
Saving up pennies.
Yeah, because at what point does the band start crossing over from like, oh, we like playing in a band together, making music, and hey, actually, we need to
Make some cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, it's been
How many
the whole way.
conversations are you having like this with your parents?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Well, it is tough, though. I went back in the day doing stand-up comedy, and I was in a comedy duo as well, and we'd put on shows and we'd travel around the place. And it can be very heartbreaking if you're putting all that effort into it and you're actually losing money. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You actually do all this stuff and you actually end up paying out more money than you earn.
Especially when you're spending all your money on piss like Jace was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get a good entertainment budget, but
Well, that was just to numb the fact that
That was
we
to
weren't
get on
making,
the stage.
we weren't
Write it
making
off.
any money.
yeah, no, we're
Well,
doing our best.
I'll tell you what, fellas. Thanks for that new song. Sounds bloody fantastic. Also, good luck with the new album. And
When's that going to be out, by the way? What are we looking at? Vibes
We're
wise.
aiming for November.
Yeah, yeah.
November,
hopefully, yeah,
summer.
Hopefully before summer.
Smart.
Yeah.
We'll get it
Yeah.
right this time.
thanks, fellas.
Thanks
Cheers,
for having us,
mate.
guys.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Queens of the Stone Age there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening.
Hey, tomorrow, folks, by the way, just a heads up, we'll be announcing the winner of the Mitsubishi Triton draw. If you want to get yourself your hands on a brand new Mitsubishi Triton and take it on an epic off-road adventure like we did, text the word Triton to 3483. It is the new King of the Beasts. And if you want to see the video of Jace handling that beast, head to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram page.
Like a champion I was too. Like a champion, fellas?
Yeah.
Hey, an interesting thing happened to me today, Mogi. My wife dropped me off at work, which
Oh,
is
yes.
the first interesting thing. Well, it's not that interesting. It's not interesting
Not
at all.
to me.
I just left the car in town last night because I couldn't be arsed driving after the gig.
Yeah.
Or walking to it. And she
Yeah,
couldn't be
cool.
arsed driving me to the car.
Oh,
But
cool.
anyway, as
good.
she dropped me off at work, she said something to me which I found quite interesting. She said, "Old Pugson and Keezy are a real 2-for-1 deal, aren't they?"
Yeah. What do you think she meant?
I think what she meant was they're real buzzy buddies. What the
hell
does that mean?
Bosom buddies.
Buzzy buddies?
Yeah, bosom buddies.
Like they're inseparable. And I think
Yeah.
the implication there is if one won't go without the other. So if we wanted to invite Pugson out for dinner, not on his watch, Keezy has to come.
Well, hang on,
So
why
it's-
would you want-
So it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Right.
Like they're a couple.
Because I sort of thought she might meant that they're both pretty half-assed And so 2 for 1, you're sort of getting one.
Oh,
you
no-
know, you need 2 of them to get the value of a traditional one.
I see what you're
Mogi.
saying.
No, I'm just trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I'm very much whole last.
Because I see what you're saying, and I think that's a fair point. I hadn't
Is it?
considered that actually, Mogi. But no, she was just commenting on how affectionate they were with each other.
Well,
and
hang
it was,
on,
and
we're
that,
not-
and
they
that
were
it was
ac-
really cute.
No,
really
They
cute.
were very affectionate.
We're not
That's right.
affectionate. We're not
Oh.
sure. So what did we like? I'm just trying to think of the things we might have done. So we sat next to each other at the dinner table.
Well, your nickname for him is Spanky.
Yeah, because but that's like a joke we've got. That's not like,
Yeah.
they're busy buddies.
And you have you had your arms around each other most of last night.
at one point when our favourite song came on.
And you were sharing a pint together with straws.
but it was a big pint.
Yeah, wow.
And we
It was
went
a normal pint.
We went halves on a taco as well.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to make the point that my wife's a very perceptive woman.
Oh, yes.
And so I really took that on board. Old Pugson and Keezy, maybe a flickering romance there that maybe went under the radar a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. You get shocked by these sorts of things as well. And, of course, it's fine that you're married, Keezy, because it doesn't count if it's same sex.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, yeah. That's well known. That's
I did
well known.
not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, I'm fully expecting at the next party a full Pugson Keezy pash.
I like the idea of, when we come along to this, this next work do, maybe we decide to go out for a curry or something like that. Pugson comes dressed as a samurai, and Keezy is a geisha girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea, Mogi.
Hey, and
You
the
got
good,
great ideas.
the good thing about it all, if that happens, Keezy,
What?
which is fine,
Yeah, which is good.
he's always got heaps of rubbers.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Eminem there on the
Cool, man.
Urban beats there.
What was this movie? 8 Mile. Eh?
8 Mile, yeah.
What did you think of that?
Loved it.
Yeah,
good,
so
good
did I,
movie.
actually.
Good director,
I really
Curtis
liked it.
Hanson.
Yeah.
Was this what's on TV with Mogi?
No, that's going to be happening after 6 o'clock, as
Okay,
always,
that's
Keezy.
later.
Yeah. I haven't seen 8 Mile.
Mind you, I'm a bit worried about what's on the TV with Mike Minogue after 6 because we were all out late last night.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll come up with something.
No, because what Mogi would have done is he might have got home at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
But he would still watch something like a
Just
movie.
make
or
sure I've
something.
got something.
Yeah.
Something for you today.
Oh, yeah. Today you could have watched something, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and also just after
Well-
6, some breaking news we had earlier in the show. If you missed it, we'll be catching you up just
Yeah.
after 6. It's huge.
Good stuff.
If you're
mate.
from Dunedin.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and
Day.
Now, the podcast outro, bonus material that we do outside of the regular highlights package of the show, was very much about Comedy Festival last night, wasn't it, fellas?
Yeah.
And there was a particular line that I thought of last night that I was really battling with.
You knew your original plan was to possibly open
with it, yes. And then I went,
Yeah.
It's pretty full on, as you'll hear. But
Yeah.
you can, if you want to hear the full thing, 7:30
But-
tonight, the
you
podcast comes out.
Yes, and also can I say, when you said that line off air to us, we were all, certainly me and Pugs were, in hysterics.
I was
at
shocked.
the idea of it.
yes.
I was like, oh, wow, really? Okay.
I think, too, one of the things that factored in there was my wife was there
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Actually,
Because, honestly, I honestly think, actually, if my wife wasn't there, I probably would have done it.
what about the funny thing was Jace was thrown off by a heckler. Right, just as he was about to hit a punchline or something, a heckler threw him off, and you came in today and you were pissed off about it. But the thing was, the thing the heckler yelled was, "My wife!" So it was
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
much our own fault.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, here's a clip of the joke that Jace almost did in this set. Tell it, and then if it's bad and you feel bad, Pugs will beep it.
It was basically, yeah, g'day everyone, Hoity J here. Sorry, I'm sounding a little bit husky at the moment. That's because I had jammed down my...
Oh, that is shocking,
We'll have
Jace.
to leave that to the audience's imagination.
Yeah.
Shocking. But you can hear the full potty 7:30 tonight. Search Hodaki wherever you get your podcasts from.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show.
Hey, I'm just wondering how you guys feel about this this power crisis that we're having.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's this thing going on where they're a bit concerned that overnight people are going to be using too much power. I got an email from my power supplier, I don't know if you did, and I also got a text message too, which I thought was out of line, and they DM'd me on my Instagram as well.
Wow.
Yeah, with a photo of his downstairs and said, would you mind turning off your power overnight because we're going to have a crisis.
Oh, they worried it's going to be overloading the board.
Overloading the grid.
The grid, sorry.
The grid there. So are you going to do anything about that? Because I said what I got was, it said, it was a text and it said, can you help? And you could respond yes, and you'd be happy to leave your power off for the night or something like that, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
So they're asking people to chip in. I mean, I said no, even though I'll be asleep.
Yeah. And it makes no difference to you.
Nah.
But I heard a thing that it's because recently there's been a spike in people installing heaters and stuff because of how cold it's getting, and that they were thinking of people that had like heaters installed in the last year aren't allowed to use them anymore.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right, yeah, because it's funny because I got the same thing, and ironically, I turn my heating up when I go to bed.
Well, yeah.
So that when I get up in the morning, I'm going to be toasty warm, and there's no way I'm changing that.
I sort of feel it the same way as I feel about a drought. They say, we're running low on water.
Preserve
Can
water,
you preserve
yeah.
water? But every time I turn the tap on, water comes out.
Yeah, but
Totally.
I know it will until it won't. If everyone had that attitude,
How many times has it won't?
Yeah, that's a good point. But
Thank you.
It hasn't won't.
I rest my case.
It hasn't won't because
I rest my case.
New Zealand says
Bang, 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 I rest my case.
Does the lawyer usually have the gavel in the courtroom?
Bang, bang, bang.
Okay, yeah. But all I'm saying is I've heard that if you've had a heat pump or anything installed in the
that's
last
what
year,
you're saying.
that you're going to have to switch it off.
Interesting, just in terms of the heat
That's
pump.
you, AJ.
Because my wife and I alternate. My wife and I alternate in terms of who makes a coffee in the morning, Mogi.
Oh.
So when I'm doing the coffee in the morning, I make sure the heating's turned up so that when I go out there,
Yes.
she's toasty warm and it's not too stressful
But-
on my body. But when she's doing the coffee, I turn it off.
Yes.
Because I don't want to waste power.
No, that's
but,
right.
You can set it on your new heat pump, which will probably have to be decommissioned soon anyway, but you can do a setting so that it turns on at a particular time.
Yeah, I know that, Keezy.
But I have my heat pump set on womb. So
sure.
it's as warm as a womb.
Is there a setting
Do you
for that?
remember? Oh, yeah.
Right.
It goes aircon, so cool.
Cool, yeah.
Then warm, then hot, then womb.
Yeah. I go Sahara.
Right. Mine's just on heat.
Yeah. And what it is when you put it on Sahara, all the windows in my house automatically open.
Really?
As well. Yeah.
True story. We got back from the gig last night.
Yeah.
My daughter, guess what temp she had it at?
What?
30.
That's too hot.
I know, Keezy.
That's Jace. That's way too hot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey, up next, what's on TV with old Mogi?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening.
Nailed it.
I tell you what, it's getting dark, isn't it?
Oh,
It's been dark for ages,
I tell you
Jace.
what, it's been weird, man.
Yeah.
It's been dark for over an
I
hour.
woke up this morning and it was pitch black.
Yeah, same, man.
And I
Same.
looked at the time and it was about 3:30.
Yeah, hang on. That's standard any time of year.
Well, like I was saying to you the other day, I woke up at 2, 4, and 5,
Yeah.
and every time it was pitch black.
No, I mean, you tell me, man.
What? So are we doing TV chat here or
Oh,
not?
yeah, let's do that, Keezy. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Oh, what the hell, man?
Stop.
Mogi ruined it.
I tell you what, man. I've been watching Seinfeld. Come on, Keezy, ask me.
Which episode was it?
It's the episode where Costanza, Count Stanza, starts doing everything the opposite of what his instincts tell him.
Such a good episode.
Such a great episode, man.
Because his instincts have always made him stuff everything in his life up, Chase. And so he starts doing, and then, spoiler alert, Elaine turns into the
she
Costanza.
turns into Costanza, that's right. And Jerry gets a balance because he's even Steven.
He doesn't care, yeah.
Everything works out for Jerry. So good, Jace.
What? Sorry? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying I was watching Seinfeld last night.
Oh, which episode was
It
it?
was the episode where George Costanza, he sort of starts going against all of his instincts.
Jace.
Because
What?
he's always
Yes.
been sorry, man. I was just saying, I was just watching Seinfeld last night.
Oh, which episode was
It's
it?
the one where George Costanza sort of goes against all of his instincts because, everything, not everything
Jace.
goes his way.
Jace.
Yes.
Are you not
sorry,
listening, man?
I was just saying about
Oh, what?
Seinfeld last night.
What were you watching, Jace?
Well, interestingly enough, you remember that series? Well, it's a relatively new series, War of the Worlds.
Yes.
With Gabrielle Byrne.
Yes.
It's really good. Really, really good.
Amazon?
Did I finish that, man?
Neon.
Prime. This is the thing, Mogi. I thought I came across it. Oh no, Neon. It was on Neon.
Neon, yeah.
I came across it on Neon, and it was, continue watching, and I was like, didn't I finish that? And I got up to Ep 4, and I went, what the? Because I was really enjoying watching it, and it was about a year ago, I think.
Sure.
I was
2
watching
years ago, at least.
and it was like, how the heck? Why did I suddenly stop watching it?
I don't think I finished watching that either. And I was enjoying it.
It's bloody good. Really good. Is it? I think it's a French-American production.
Yes.
But very, very good. Gabrielle Byrne, I always
Actually
love.
got a little bit of a vibe of Three Body Problem, which I don't think you've watched yet. Have you watched that?
I did watch that.
Yeah.
I didn't finish that either.
But with the satellites and all that sort of stuff, the
Yes.
dishes, and et cetera, and using community, it's pretty technical, Keezy. I wouldn't expect you to understand it. But
And actually, just with you, Keezy, we run out of time
No,
here, buddy.
hang on. No, you haven't. I watched another episode of Fallout on Amazon Prime. This episode was cool because they did a thing in it which
'Cause it was
happens.
just like the game.
Hang on.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to the toilet.
Yeah, so
Hang on.
usually
I listened to
you
your
start-
Seinfeld shit. Hang on. In the game, if you've got high enough charisma, you can talk people into stuff and often avoid violence.
Keezy, it's not charisma,
Mike.
it's Riz.
Oh, so Riz. If you've got high enough Riz, you can convince people to not go to violence, right?
Yeah.
She did. The main character did this in this episode and completed a speech check and was like, "Yes, I have enough charisma." But then halfway through, it turned to violence,
Right.
which was quite funny because I was like, "Oh, she completed that." It was like a nice throwback, and then it goes to
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
funny. Yeah, which episode was it again, Mogi?
The Clash.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
MGMT there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening. Now, we had a major announcement at about 5 o'clock on today's show, and the major announcement was
This is breaking news.
that the Big Show are on the road again, this time going down to the mighty Dunedin Fields.
That's right. We've never been to Dunedin before, so if you are in the South Island, pack your shit, hop in your car, and meet us at the Emerson's Brewery in Dunedin, Wednesday, the 29th of May.
Yeah.
It's a fair few weeks away, 20 days, in fact.
But, I mean, when you say pack your
Stuff.
what do you mean?
I don't know. It was just a kind of fun turn of phrase.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if they're coming to see us at a pub, I mean, why would they be packing stuff?
Well, Jace, once I was just sort of, it was like a throwaway comment to try and zhuzh up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did it not?
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's cool, Keezy. It's all good.
Thank you.
Cool, Keezy.
Emerson's Brewery in Dunedin. All right, Wednesday the 29th of May. Grab your mates, knock off early, and join us at the brewery.
And pack some stuff.
And do people need to bring their dancing shoes?
Bring your dancing shoes. It's a Dunedin institution, the old Emerson's Brewery. We'll be there from 4 p.m. with hundreds of backbone teas, plus a chance to win plenty of food and beverage vouchers across the night. It's going to be massive.
Can I ask, is it good eating there at the Emerson's?
I'd say yes, it is.
Yes.
Good eating, Mogi. Yeah,
I've
it
just
is.
looked it up, and it says here good eating.
And this is the thing about, the Deep South, too. I find the food beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Hospitality, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You looked after, mate. You looked after.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's 20
But
days.
having said that, I mean, you could, like Keezy said, pack yourself some lunch or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know
And
what
your
I mean?
dancing
I
shoes.
didn't say...
Is it massive eyes to the front territory?
Yes.
For you two, it will be. I didn't say bring a packed lunch. That is not what I said. I said pack your shit, chuck it in your car. It was like a cool thing to say.
Yeah.
And now you guys have ruined this, and now no one's going to show up.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We'll be there, Keezy.
We'll be there. See you there, 29th of May, Dunedin, the old Emerson's Brewery.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
I'll be honest with you, fellas.
Yeah.
I'm shagged.
I'm pretty tired, man.
I'm really, really shagged.
You did well last night. you bailed pretty much immediately. Not immediately, you weren't rude, but
no,
I
had
you
a little
certainly got
chit-chat.
out of there. And then I stuck around. I drank a beer. I said some kia oras to some people, and that was all good. But meant we were home at about 11:30, asleep about midnight. You know what I mean, man?
Not for
That's
you.
late. Like I said to the missus, we're having a yarn when we go home. It's like, we've got to go out more. It's so good. How good is it hanging out with people, getting out of the house? Get a babysitter, go out. Woke up this morning. It's like, we can't do that, man. We've got to be in bed at 9 at the latest. What were we thinking?
But it was me and Pugs. We were talking about this earlier today because we're busy buddies, and we were saying it was really nice, and I wish my partner was there, having like the whole Hodaki crew and partners and stuff on a big table, and that was really nice.
Absolutely.
So if we did that at like 5 on a
Yeah,
Saturday,
that'd
and then
work
we
better for us.
wrapped up at
about
like 8
midday would be perfect.
midday.
My wife and I, we are going out a lot more because we've made that decision. But both of us were shagged this morning.
Yeah.
Also, because it's a Wednesday. Nice. Because it's a Wednesday too. If it's a Thursday, you've got one day to get through, then the weekend.
Yes.
So maybe Thursday's the day. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, well, let's just think on it.
Hey, but listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show today. Go and check out our Instagram account. Go and check out our podcast. Lots going on for the big show at the moment. Yes, Keezy?
I won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fellas.
Pubs on!
All right. Pugson will be in my spot. Sorry about that. I'll be back on Monday, though. And I'll miss you guys, all right?
Thanks, Keezy.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Okay, then.
See you, man.
All right.
Have fun.
See ya.